what a comeback. The Cowboys pulled off the biggest comeback in franchise history after overcoming a 21-point deficit in the first half. The Cowboys were down 21-0. I just wanted to start off like that because, wow, honestly, it wasn't looking good for the Cowboys for a while for the first half. And then the Cowboys came back out. They got their mojo going, and the Cowboys came out with a victory. I got a chance to go to the game. So much fun. Such great energy in there tonight. Honestly, I'd say that out of all of the Cowboys games that I've been to, this was the game that had the highest energy in the stadium at AT&T Stadium. I was impressed. I was excited. The people are around me. I'm probably going to make another video with a few clips of that. But the fans around me, some of them literally did not sit down the whole game, did not stop yelling. One guy 2 seats over was yelling plays to Dak. So I looked at him. I said, hey, is that actually the plays? Because you sound a little sure about these. Like, he was yelling out plays for Dak to repeat. Hilarious. The Cowboys, the defense. Let's talk about the defense. I talked about the defense yesterday. I said that the defense would need to and have to step up in this game. And in the second half, the defense stepped up tremendously. They forced, I think, two fumbles. Let's see. Fact check here. They forced 2 fumbles in the second half. Sacked Jalen Hurts, leading up to, putting us in position to win the ball game. And then Brandon Butter Aubrey came in and kicked the game-winning field goal. 24-21 defeat over the Eagles. Hey, Tyrone. That game, I was complaining at first. I was mad. And then out of nowhere, the Cowboys came and they did what needed to be done. And I'm proud of them. And Dak Prescott had a record-breaking night himself. Dak threw for, I believe, over 350 yards, probably 380 something. I'll look that up in a moment. But he broke Tony Romo's passing yards. Let's look it up. Dak. Okay. So the correct thing was Dak threw for over 350 yards. He threw 354 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, and surpassed Tony Romo as the Cowboys' all-time leader. So previously, Tony Romo had 34,183 yards. That was the previous record, all-time passing yards record. And tonight, Dak acquired, well, he didn't get all of these yards tonight, so I won't say acquired, but hi, Kay. Hey, Carlos. Thank y'all for tuning in. Romo's previous passing yards record was 34,183 yards. Dak Prescott surpassed that tonight with a total of 34,192 passing yards so far for the season and 350 yards passing in this game against the Eagles. The Rams, what about the Rams? How do you other teams fans end up on things that clearly say Eagles versus Cowboys? Rip ups. Some of y'all, I have no clue what you're talking about here. You're not talking about the Cowboys. You're not talking about the game. I don't know what you're talking about. I know. The Cowboys face off against the Kansas City Chiefs on Thursday on Thanksgiving Day. That is going to be an amazing game. Hold on, y'all. I have to block someone in here because that's just annoying. Okay. Anyway, Hi, Liam. Bucks, you're a Bucks fan. Don't even know how I ended up here. It's okay. I'm not a Bucks fan, but I do root for Mike Evans. He's from the same area as me, so kudos to them. I know he's unfortunately out, most likely for the rest of the season with the injury, but hope he gets well soon. What are your impressions of Sam Prescott? Do you mean Dak Prescott? Thank you, Elijah. Oh, don't say that. Nothing. Don't even, fitness junkie, don't even say that, please. He's going to be okay. He'll be back. But that was a hard injury to watch. Moments on the go. Moments on the go. Are you saying Dak Prescott? Dak Prescott had a rough couple of plays on the first half, but he cleaned it up a bit. I'll be honest, I wasn't a fan of that interception. I know he wasn't either, but that was a little confusing. that interception there. George Pickens stepped up. He had a pretty decent game. Fitness Junkie is in here talking about the Bucks and Mike Evans, and he or that person is being hopeful that he comes back for the playoffs. Well, too bad we'll be in the playoffs. The Jets' left main landing gear struck the roof of a UPS. What? At the Kentucky Petroleum Recycling. Liam, is that true? Cowboys fans, congratulations. The Cowboys did not steal that. How did the Cowboys steal that? Please explain. Sorry for my English. I apologize. It's okay. It's okay. Can you tell us the score you think can happen in KC versus Dallas? I don't want to do a score prediction, but let me look up what the Chiefs scores have been their last couple of games. I'm not gonna give a score prediction, but I'm not counting the Cowboys off. I know a lot of people are, but I'm not counting the Cowboys off, especially after what I saw tonight. Yes, the first half was terrible for the Cowboys, but what was promising for me was that they cleaned it up, and what was even more so promising was that the defense stepped up. I talked about that in my last video, saying the defense has to step up. The defense has to step up, and they absolutely did. So that's what we've been waiting for this season, to see something from the defense, and for them to be able to step up, and the Cowboys team as a whole step up and get this win against the Eagles, who are 8-2, says a lot and shows a lot to me that they're not just gonna go down without a fight this season. We can't let Pickens. Marl says we can't let Pickens walk out the door. Also, I think Terrence still needs some love. He had a solid game. Okay. Yeah. We'll send some shout out to Terrence Steele. Eagles choked that game, but they got it. I mean, the Eagles had a solid first half against us. They scored on the first 3 drives against the Dallas Cowboys. So I would say, I guess, that they choked, or that the Cowboys just simply stepped up and decided to play ball. How far are the Dallas Cowboys going to go? Moments on the Go asked. I would like to see the Cowboys go to the Super Bowl. Of course, absolutely would love to see the Cowboys go to the Super Bowl. Hi, James. How are you going to give a score prediction when you never know which Dak is going to show up? Actually, Corey, I said that I wasn't giving a score prediction. And y'all can't, I'm so sick of people, I'll say it. I'm so sick of people blaming Dak Prescott for everything. Everything. Dak was doing amazing at the beginning of the season, and all of a sudden everyone was, Dak is the best. Dak is the MVP. And then Dak has, some mishaps here and there, and here people are talking trash about him again. Like, pick a side, please, and stay on it. Pick a side and stay on it. I'm so tired of people talking about Dak Prescott so bad. Like, sheesh. You can't blame one player. These are team sports. Team sports for a reason. If it was golf, fine. You could blame them. But it's not. It's a team sport. Team effort. Okay, I'm back. Pickens, Ty Eagles says, oh, hello, Eagles fans. Pickens is a really good receiver. Can't believe the Steelers shipped him out. Sorry for them. Good for us. Sometimes people end up where they were supposed to be all along, right? So welcome, George Pickens. I'm happy that the Cowboys have George Pickens. Cowboys, George Pickens, and CeeDee Lamb on the field together, chef's kiss. Javonte Williams did really good tonight as well. I'm proud. Moments on the Go says, how about those? Did they win tonight? Mac G says, Pickens is gonna get the franchise tag probably. Do y'all think it's time to talk about contracts already? Of course. Of course, everyone thinks it is. When we have a star player on the team, we're gonna talk about it immediately, right? But the Cowboys aren't. Yes, we are. We're inching back up in that playoff conversation and Super Bowl conversation. Because at the beginning of the season, don't forget, y'all, we were in the Super Bowl conversation. So that's still the team that we have. Yes, we lost Micah Parsons, but we have Keenan Williams. And I'm willing to, and I wish that we still have Micah Parsons, but we don't. And defense looks good. They're adjusting. They've adjusted well. Marl says, I'm with you, Candace. If the defense thinks is Dak's fault. Exactly. Like, come on. Exactly, Marl. Like, the defense was the problem at the beginning of the season, straight up. And the defense even said it. We just have to do better. Some of the guys on the defense. But did we hear it then? Oh, Dak is the problem. Dak is the problem. Dak is the problem. It's a team sport. Moments on the Go says, Dak Prescott talks too much and made nothing. I don't get that one. Corey says, I've been a Cowboys fan my whole life, but I don't lie about them. Well, I would hope not, Corey. Moments on the Go says, I'm a KC Chiefs fan since 1988. The Cowboys are going to the Super Bowl, possibly. It's a possibility. Fitness Junkie says, Micah Parsons talks more Super Bowls than the Cowboys have won since I was in diapers. I don't get that. How about them Cowboys? The realist says, them boys sitting at the 10th spot for a wild card. Dak doesn't play defense. What? What are y'all? Hold on. Explain. Are you talking to someone else in the comments? The teams to, Mac G says the teams to worry about is the Rams, then the Seahawks, then the Lions. KC. All right, let's see. Let me look at what. Yeah, the Chiefs are going to be a bit of a task, but Nothing we can't handle. The Eagles beat them 20-17. So why can't we beat them? The Bears beat them. The Chargers. How do y'all feel about our defense tonight? The Cowboys defense. And Brandon Butter Aubrey. He missed that first field goal, but he made up for it with that goal, that game winning one. Like, and it was so funny. Someone a few seats over was like, "Oh, this is a for sure thing," and he turns around the first time that Brandon kicked the field goal, and he's like, "Oh, this is a for sure thing. Like, that's money." And Brandon missed it. He's like, "What? What? Just thought that was funny. So I wanted to share. Since what year? Moments on the go. Since what year have the Dallas Cowboys had a good season? KC Chiefs 27, Dallas Cowboys 3. You think the Cowboys are only going to score 3 points against Kansas City Chiefs on Thanksgiving at home? Home field advantage? Absolutely not. I'm not taking that. I'm not taking that disrespect for the Cowboys. Ty Eagle says, because we're the Eagles. Yes, and y'all are also the same Eagles who had a pile of penalties tonight, gave up a 21-0 lead, fumbled the ball on a couple of occasions, and handed us the game with the help of our players. But hey, handed us the game. So thank you. Sean Wellman says we're going to lose the same and they are AFC. We are not the same. Chiefs are not the same and they are AFC. I don't know what y'all are. Are you talking to someone else in the comments? I know this. Someone was asking, how do we feel about the Chiefs and the Cowboys game? Who's going to win? And they asked for a score prediction as well earlier. So that's why we're talking about the Chiefs, and because the Cowboys play the Chiefs. So we are better away at home. That's why Cowboys will just score 3 in KC Chiefs 22. I'm not going to go for that 3 points. If the Cowboys only score 3 points, you're going to see me back here with my turkey leg and my dressing on live crying. I'm just kidding. Absolutely not going to happen. But thank you. It actually was a gift from my parents. Actually, my whole outfit was cute tonight. I got so many compliments at the game. I planned to go tailgate. Well, actually, I didn't plan to go tailgate, but I was invited to go tailgate. Then I went to the game. So it all just fell in place, and I had a really good time. But my outfit was so cute. I got a lot of compliments. Back to how resilient the Dallas Cowboys were. And they ended a 4-game losing streak for the Eagles. Yeah, let's talk about that. Eagles fans. I've been to Dallas when the Cowboys were losing and the fans were very quiet. Yeah, I'm not gonna argue with you there. But today, the fans were not quiet. I mean, there were a lot of Eagles fans there too, and they were not quiet. I mean, they just would not stop talking. But the Cowboys fans, at least the ones that I was by, they were talking, yelling the whole time. Actually, I was like holding my ear, like, please, some silence at one point, because I do love the game and I do like to kind of just watch and analyze. I'm going to get up and cheer, but I don't want to hear you talking through the game. You're not a commentator. And if you are, go ahead to, you know, that area. But this person was not, and it was just like annoying, just a little bit. Moments on the Go says, okay, I'll give you 7 if that's my last offer for Cowboys score. Chiefs 27. Elisa, hi. Okay, seriously, what do y'all think? How do y'all think the offense will fare against the Chiefs on Thursday, and also our defense? Ty Eagles, that's so clever of you. How did you think of that? Wow, that was so good. Don Jizzle says, stop by to leave a like and say go Cowboys. Thank you. That's so sweet. Thank you so much. Everyone left in the living room alone first half. It looked bad the first half. That 21-0 just did not sit well. There were a lot of mistakes being made, and I'm glad they cleaned it up. I told y'all, the Cowboys are not just sitting on their hands this season. Not that they have previous seasons, but they're definitely not this season. I feel like they're putting in the effort. Eagles 340. Just take the loss and go home. Just take the loss and go home. It's okay. Fitness Junkie says Cowboys defense versus Mahomes. They'll hold KC under 40. Still lose by 10. Classic Dallas. Well, we didn't lose by 10 tonight, though. Huh. Fernando, I didn't give up on them. I'm glad you didn't give up. Uh-oh, I got a notice. Rain upcoming. Thunderstorms expected. Ooh. I've done everything that I needed to do today. I'm going to get off of here in a few minutes and get ready for bed and watch some shows. Pay Micah, not the refs. We don't even have Micah anymore. Do you have any questions for me? And if you're not subscribed yet to my YouTube channel, I'm gonna be on here way more now, especially when I am covering games, or I cover college football too. I'm gonna be doing college basketball, I think, as well this season. So y'all be sure to subscribe and come along with me on this journey. Player of the game. Whew. Player of the game. Y'all are going to think I'm such a ham for this, but I'm going to go George Pickens. I'm going to go George Pickens. Can I go Dak Prescott too, though? I'm going to go George Pickens just because he just makes a way. I love his style of play. I love his style of play. I'm so glad we acquired him. Brown Pride Football says we're gonna beat the Chiefs. All right, Finish Junkie. Hey Cowboys fan, real talk. After that wild comeback tonight, do you believe this team finally breaks the 30-year NFC Championship drought this year, or are we still in wait till next year mode? What do you think? If we were into wait next year mode, they wouldn't have made an effort to have the comeback that they did tonight. They wouldn't have made an effort to make these moves mid-season, putting taking Kyer Elam off and moving up our running back, our backup running back. They wouldn't have acquired Keenan Williams. We wouldn't have gotten George Pickens. I think that the Cowboys are serious about, furthering the team this season. Moments on the go. Thank you. Moments on the Go says, I love the confidence you have on camera. I just subscribed. Thank you. If you're not subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe if you want to see more of my content or more of my little daily, you know, sports things. Sometimes I'm at the games. Sometimes I'm covering different games or at different sporting events, etc., etc. George got player of the game, not going to lie. That's what Eagles, 340, we can agree on that. Amir McDowell, you're one good looking woman. Thank you so much. Chief next week, y'all gonna... No, the Cowboys are not. Eagles, 340, we almost had a moment. You just ruined it. I'm about to block you. I'm just kidding. Defense was golden. Defense, defense. They stepped up. They did their big one tonight. What going? What going? How do I say that? What going on? I know it's not what going on. What going? Go Cowboys. Sorry, I was trying to read it in the Jamaican accent since you put it there. But hi, HGF. You think Butter is the Fernando? Are you saying you think Brandon Aubrey is the Cowboys player of the game? Fitness Junkie says, hey, feeling the changes. Keenan trade, new staff, Dak cooking. Did Jerry finally let the football guys cook or same all in with better vibes? Well, I wouldn't say same all in with better vibes because sometimes we would just be sitting ducks during these seasons and it would just go down in shambles. We'd be waiting for trades at the trade deadline that were never going to happen. We'd be waiting for roster moves that didn't happen or didn't make sense, weren't going to make the team better. And this year, it's a complete turnaround. I feel like Jerry has been serious. He did miss a kick. Someone else asked if he was the player of the game. Okay, are y'all debating on here? And he won the game. Bro, George won the game with the catches. Remember how we talked about it was a team effort? So let's say Brandon Aubrey missed the kick. Then he wouldn't have won the game, right? We wouldn't have won the game. But also, if George Pickens didn't make those catches in those plays, then we wouldn't have been up. We wouldn't have been at 21-21 to put Aubrey in the position to be able to make the field goal to win the game. So it's a team sport. It's a team sport, guys. Okay. CD's breakout game is going to be against the Chiefs. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. You're asking. He's going to shine against the Chiefs. I know it. I'm telling y'all. Y'all better listen to me. If I'm wrong, I'll come back on here and say it. But I'm just giving you my take on things. And I like to hear your takes too. The big Ron Bowski. I don't talk like that. That's not nice. George could have kicked that kick. All right, we have an Eagles fan in here, y'all, who's a big George Pickens fan. I love it. J5 Mobile says Broncos all day. Actually, it's nighttime, and we're talking about the Eagles and the Cowboys, so please carry on. That was thunder. I'm going to sleep so good tonight. Thunder and the Cowboys win. Colts fan here at Real Blue. That's not Real Blue, first of all. That blue is very iffy. But anyway, y'all, I'm going to enjoy my night. It's thundering, raining. The Cowboys just got to win. This is the perfect recipe for a great night's sleep. I hope y'all have a great night's sleep. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Follow me on my socials. My Instagram is Candy's Locker Room, Candy Locker Room. Or you can find me at Candice, Candice, Lamb, Lamb, on Instagram and TikTok and Twitter. On Twitter, you can find me at, I think my Twitter is Candy, Candy underscore Lamb, Lamb. And of course, you're on here, so you just exit out of this and hit like and subscribe. Like my niece would say, like and subscribe. Hey, Dak's already breaking Romo's single season yardage mark in November. Do you think he finishes with 5,000 plus and finally gets the MVP nod, or does the playoff script flip again? I would love for Dak to get MVP, but that depends on how the rest of the season goes. I would love to see that. All right, I'm signing out. Good night, and I will talk to y'all soon.